As we grow older, the world seems to whisper one message: stay busy, stay productive, and don't slow down. Society tells us that success is in the doing, in the achieving, in always moving forward. But what if true happiness in our later years is not about doing more, but about letting go? Yes, you heard that right. The secret to a joyful life isn't in accumulating more accomplishments or keeping up with every obligation. Instead, it's found in releasing what no longer serves us. It's about choosing peace over pressure, wisdom over worry, and contentment over the endless pursuit of perfection. The art of aging gracefully is not in how much we hold on to, but in how much we're willing to let go. 1. Stop worrying about what others think. From the time we are children, we are taught to seek approval. We wonder, do they like me? Did I say the right thing? What if they judge me? But as we get older, one of the greatest freedoms we can give ourselves is the ability to stop caring about what others think. Think back to all the moments you hesitated to do something simply because you worried about being judged. How often have you silenced your true thoughts just to fit in? The reality is, no matter what you do, there will always be someone who disapproves. But their opinions have no real power over your happiness, unless you let them. People's judgments are not a reflection of your worth. They are a reflection of their own fears, biases, and experiences. So why waste precious time trying to fit into an image someone else created? The only validation that truly matters is your own. Imagine the relief of stepping away from the exhausting habit of people-pleasing. No more second-guessing yourself. No more replaying conversations in your mind, wondering if you said the right thing. No more sacrificing your happiness just to meet someone else's expectations. Here's the truth. The people who genuinely love and respect you will accept you just as you are. They won't need you to change to impress or to conform. And the people who criticize, judge, and gossip, they were never meant to walk your path anyway. So let go. Free yourself from the weight of worrying about how others perceive you. Focus instead on how you perceive yourself. At the end of your life, you won't remember the opinions of strangers. You'll remember whether you lived honestly, whether you honored your own soul, and whether you allowed yourself the peace of simply being who you are. 2. Stop wasting energy on arguments and drama. There was a time when proving a point felt like a necessity. You believed that if you could just find the right words, the right logic, or the right tone, you could make someone see things your way. But as the years pass, a quiet wisdom settles in. Most arguments are just noise. People are attached to their beliefs, often in ways they don't even realize. No amount of reasoning, no perfectly crafted argument, no passionate plea will change a mind that does not want to be changed. And so, the wise path is not to engage in endless battles of ego and stubbornness. It is to step away with grace. If someone is determined to misunderstand you, who truly wins the argument? The energy spent on conflict is energy stolen from peace. Imagine a still lake. If someone throws a stone into the water, ripples will form, disturbing the surface. But if the lake remains calm, refusing to respond, the stone will sink unnoticed, forgotten. You, too, can be that still lake. You don't have to defend yourself against every critic. You don't have to prove your wisdom to those who aren't willing to listen. Instead, you can choose to say, I understand your perspective, and leave at that. This doesn't mean you should never speak your truth, but it does mean choosing your battles wisely. Before engaging in an argument, ask yourself, is this discussion truly serving my peace? Will this conversation lead to understanding or only more division? If the answer is the latter, walk away. Your peace is far more valuable than being right. The older you get, the more you realize that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Let them have their opinions. Let them argue with themselves. While they are caught up in the storm, you can sit quietly in the warmth of your own wisdom. Choose silence. Choose peace. Choose to let go. As the years go by, we start to understand that life isn't about controlling every situation, fixing every problem, or carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. It's about learning when to step back, when to let go, and when to simply allow life to unfold. Happiness comes when we stop trying to force things and instead embrace the natural flow of life. 3. Stop trying to fix everyone's problems. For much of your life, you may have felt responsible for those around you, always offering advice, always trying to help, always stepping in to make things right. Maybe you spent decades being the person others leaned on, the one who carried burdens that weren't even your own. But here's a truth that comes with time. It is not your job to save everyone. Each person has their own journey, their own lessons to learn, their own burdens to bear. Just as a butterfly must struggle to break free from its cocoon to strengthen its wings, people must go through their own challenges to grow. If you constantly step in to fix things, you may unintentionally take away their opportunity to develop resilience and wisdom on their own. It is one thing to offer kindness and guidance. It is another to take on someone else's problems as if they were your own. Imagine standing by a river and seeing someone struggling in the water. Your first instinct might be to jump in and pull them to shore. But what if they must learn to swim? What if their struggle is necessary for their growth? Instead of throwing yourself into their suffering, offer them a branch. Encourage them, but let them navigate the waters in their own way. This does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you turn your back on those you love. It simply means that you recognize the limits of your influence. You can be a source of light without setting yourself on fire to keep others warm. Think about all the weight you have carried over the years. How much of it was truly yours to bear? And how much did you pick up because you felt you had to? What if, instead, you allowed yourself to lay it down? Your job now is to cultivate your own inner peace, to nurture your own well-being. The world does not need you to be its savior. It needs you to be whole, to be at peace, to live with joy. When you stop trying to fix everyone's problems, you free yourself. And in doing so, you inspire others to find their own strength. So breathe, let go, offer love, but do not attach yourself to outcomes. Trust that everyone has their own journey to walk, just as you have yours. And in that trust, you'll find a freedom unlike anything you have ever known. For stop chasing perfection and let go of regret. Perfection is an illusion, an ever-moving target that shifts just as you think you are close. When we were younger, we feared making mistakes. We believed that if we could just do everything perfectly, we would be happy. But as the years pass, a new truth emerges. Imperfection is not a flaw. It is part of the human experience. Mistakes are our greatest teachers. They shape us, refine us, and offer us wisdom that success never could. Have you made bad choices? Of course. Have you taken wrong turns? Absolutely. But regret is a heavy chain, dragging you backward, anchoring you to moments that cannot be changed. It shackles you to the past, robbing you of the present and clouding your future. A scholar once said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. The only place life happens is now." Let go of regrets, not because your past is perfect, but because carrying regret serves no purpose. Every experience, every mistake, every detour has led you to this moment. The lessons you've learned, the wisdom you've gained, they exist because of the path you've walked, not in spite of it. If you could go back and undo every mistake, erase every misstep, would you still be the person you are today? Would you have the same strength, the same insights, the same appreciation for life? Likely not. Our struggles shape us. Our imperfections make us real. They make us relatable. They make us human. So, instead of regretting, choose gratitude. Be grateful for the journey. Be grateful for the lessons. Be grateful for the moments that made you who you are. Accept the past for what it is, something unchangeable yet invaluable. Free yourself from the burden of what could have been and step fully into the beauty of what is. Because in the end, a life spent chasing perfection is a life spent chasing shadows. And a life weighed down by regret is a life only half lived. Live fully, live freely, and let the past be just that, the past. As we age, we begin to see life through a different lens. The things that once felt important, the hustle, the stress, the need for more, start to lose their grip on us. And in their place, we find something far more valuable: peace. True happiness doesn't come from accumulating things or chasing perfection. It comes from simplifying, from letting go, and from allowing ourselves to be fully present in each moment. 5. Stop accumulating unnecessary things. For years, we filled our lives with things: clothes, gadgets, decorations, believing that they would bring us happiness. We worked hard to earn them, thinking that the more we had, the richer our lives would feel. But as we grow older, a profound realization sets in. Things do not bring lasting happiness. Imagine carrying a heavy sack filled with all your possessions. With each new item, the load gets heavier. It weighs on your mind, your energy, and even your sense of freedom. At some point, you realize that true peace isn't found in what you own. It's found in what you can let go of. A wise elder owns only a robe and a bowl, yet he walks the earth free. Why? Because he carries no unnecessary baggage. He owns nothing that weighs him down, only the lightness of an unshackled spirit. The less you own, the lighter your heart becomes. Decluttering isn't just about cleaning out your home. It's about clearing space in your mind. The items we accumulate often carry emotional weight. Old gifts, forgotten purchases, sentimental trinkets. But ask yourself, do these things truly add value to my life? If not, it may be time to let them go. Give away what you don't need. Share with those who might truly benefit. Donate, pass things down, or simply release what no longer serves you. With each item you let go, you reclaim a piece of your freedom. Because in the end, wealth is not measured by how much you own. It's measured by the experiences you cherish, the laughter you share, and the peace you nurture within yourself. So ask yourself, what truly brings me joy? Is it the accumulation of things, or the beauty of a life lived simply? Because when you look back, you won't remember the things you owned. You'll remember the love you gave, the moments that took your breath away, and the peace you felt when you finally stopped chasing more. 6. Stop trying to please everyone. For years, maybe even decades, you put others first. You bent over backward to meet expectations, to fulfill obligations, to make sure everyone around you was comfortable and content. You sacrificed your own happiness for the sake of others, believing that this was what it meant to be a good person. But now it is your time. The moment you stop trying to make everyone happy, you step into a world of freedom. You reclaim your life, your time, and your energy. You no longer say yes out of guilt or obligation. Instead, you choose what truly brings you joy. And guess what? The people who genuinely love you will understand. They won't demand that you keep sacrificing yourself. They won't resent your happiness. They will celebrate it. But what about the ones who don't? The ones who expect you to keep giving, keep bending, keep putting yourself last? Let them go. Their approval is not worth your peace. You do not need to justify your decisions. You do not need to explain why you are prioritizing your well-being. The simple fact is this: your happiness matters. Your joy is important. Your life is yours to live. So start saying no when you need to. Say yes to what excites you. Walk away from those who drain you. Walk toward what fills your heart with light. Because in the end, the greatest gift you can give the world is your most authentic, unapologetic self. As we grow older, we start to realize that life is not a race. It's not about how much we accomplish or how fast we move. It's about the moments we truly experience. The quiet joys, the simple pleasures, the peace that comes from living at our own pace. When we stop rushing, when we stop worrying, when we stop trying to control the uncontrollable, that's when we find real happiness. 7. Stop rushing through life. For most of our lives, we were taught that being busy meant being successful. That productivity was the key to self-worth, that we had to keep moving, keep achieving, keep pushing forward. But what if the true essence of life isn't found in acceleration, but in slowing down? Ancient wisdom teaches the art of mindful living, the ability to be fully present, to embrace each moment with awareness. When drinking tea, just drink tea. It sounds simple, but it's a profound lesson. How often do we eat while scrolling on our phones? How often do we talk to someone while thinking about what to say next? How often do we see a sunset, but fail to truly see it? The moment you stop rushing, you reclaim your ability to experience life. Imagine walking through a garden. If you rush, you may get to the end faster, but you'll miss the fragrance of the flowers, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of leaves rustling in the breeze. But if you walk slowly with intention, you will truly feel the world around you. You will see colors more vividly, hear sounds more deeply. Find joy in the smallest details. A bird perched on a branch, a dewdrop shimmering on a petal, the smell of the earth after the rain. So how do you stop rushing? First, let go of the illusion that time is slipping away. Time is not your enemy. It is your companion. It doesn't need to be controlled, only cherished. Second, start practicing mindfulness. When you drink your morning coffee, hold the cup in your hands. Feel the warmth. Inhale the aroma. Take a sip and truly taste it. When you talk to a loved one, listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. When you walk, notice how your feet meet the ground, how the air feels on your skin, how life moves all around you. Finally, embrace stillness. You don't always need to be doing something. Some of the most meaningful moments are found in complete stillness. A quiet afternoon with a book, sitting by the window watching the rain, lying in the grass feeling the earth beneath you. And remind yourself, this moment is enough. You don't need to chase anything beyond it. You don't need to rush toward an imaginary finish line. The joy you seek is already here. It has always been here, waiting for you to notice it. 8. Stop worrying about the future. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it gets you nowhere. It keeps your mind occupied, yet it never moves you forward. And the more you indulge in it, the more drained you become. As we age, the future can feel like a shadow looming over us. Will I get sick? Will I have enough money? Will I become a burden? These thoughts creep in at night, swirling in endless cycles of what-ifs, feeding our fears and anxieties. But here's the truth. The future is an illusion. The only thing that is real, the only thing that truly exists, is this moment, right now. Think about all the hardships you've already faced, the losses, the struggles, the unexpected turns. And yet, here you are. You endured. You adapted. You overcame. Worrying about tomorrow will not change what happens. It will not prevent hardship. It will not secure joy. All it does is steal today's peace. Instead of allowing worry to dictate your happiness, shift your focus to gratitude. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin and let it remind you, you are alive. You are here. Listen to the laughter of a child and recognize that joy still exists in the world. Enjoy a simple meal, not just for nourishment, but for the gift of its taste, its warmth, its presence. These are the true treasures of life. Not wealth, not status, not the absence of difficulties, but the ability to be present and to savor what is here, now. When you find yourself spiraling into anxious thoughts, ask yourself, is this worry helping me? Is it serving me in any way? If the answer is no, release it. Imagine tying your worries to a leaf and letting it drift down a gentle stream. Watch it float away, unattached, no longer holding power over you. There is great peace in surrendering to the unknown. Life will unfold as it must. Some days will bring joy, others will bring sorrow, but neither can be controlled. All you can do is meet each day as it comes, with an open heart, a steady mind, and the courage to embrace whatever it brings. It is often said, worry does not take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. And peace, true peace, is worth far more than the illusions of control that worry promises. So let go. Let the future be what it will be. Trust that you will handle it, just as you always have. And in the meantime, live, not in fear, but in presence, not in anxiety, but in appreciation, because worrying will not add more days to your life, but peace will make each day you have truly worthwhile. Growing older is not a loss. It is a privilege. With each passing year, You are given an opportunity, an invitation to release what no longer serves you. You've spent decades striving, proving, and worrying. Now is your time to step into ease. Let go of the weight of expectations. Let go of the pressure to be perfect, to be productive, to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. Because there is nothing to prove. There is nothing to chase. You have already done enough. You have already become enough. Happiness is not found in accomplishments or possessions. It is not hidden in some distant future. It is here. It is now. It is in the gentle breeze that touches your skin, in the laughter that bubbles up unexpectedly, in the quiet moments of solitude that feel like a warm embrace. A well-lived life is not about how much you have done, but about how deeply you have loved, how present you have been, and how freely you have let go. The greatest gift you can give yourself is peace, the kind that comes from knowing that you do not need to carry the world on your shoulders anymore. Live simply, live joyfully, live lightly, because as a scholar once said, you only lose what you cling to. So loosen your grip, release the fear, the worry, the need for control. Trust in the unfolding of your life. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Aging isn't about losing. It's about gaining freedom, wisdom, and peace. Let go of what no longer serves you. Embrace the present and live lightly. What's one thing you've let go of that brought you more happiness? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your wisdom. And if this message resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more peaceful reflections.